Recording started. 64 weekly edition of Life Expires 5/1/24. While you're at it, check out our online reviews. They're great.
If you're looking constantly cleaning hair off like laundry soap, this Sweeper Sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty drexels help bolsters and pads to trap long hairs. Hair not good. Without freeze cleaning up fine hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. When all hair is gone, all thanks to Sweeper. Sweeper heavy-duty drexels. You won't fill up your money back. And also try Sweeper Sweeper Wet to make quick work without sticky messes.
Leadership has asked the pro-Palestinian encampment in the middle of Penn's campus to disband, but it still stands after its second full day. Nigel Thompson.
14 suspects in a shooting outside a West Philly mosque will be charged as adults.
Students crowd into the community college of Philadelphia boardroom, interrupting faculty contract talks. I'm Mikey Martin.
The Phillies in San Diego today, taking on the Padres after yesterday's 9-3 win, and the Knicks come back to Wells Fargo tomorrow at 1 p.m. for Game 4. Right now, 57 degrees, very cloudy in Center City. And I'm Kate Bronstein. Let's get to our top story at 11:31. As protests on college campuses continue throughout the country, we're checking in this morning on what's been happening at the University of Pennsylvania. And KYW's Nigel Thompson joins us live from University City with the latest. Nigel?
Yeah, Kate, I heard from some faculty that were here at the encampment, which still stands, by the way. I heard they were here talking with some members of the encampment, but I heard from them that the university, Penn that is, might be putting out another letter to the university addressing, an attempt to speak with the organizers of this encampment here on College Green. I still don't know whether an attempt was made, whether that was successful, but I hope to find out as the day progresses. But the faculty that was here, it was a group of 4, and they were talking with a student who was at the encampment, talking about why the encampment exists and how they can be connected to create more of a dialogue here on campus. Now, there was a letter that went out last night asking the encampment to disband. That letter came from university leadership. The letter said that this encampment violated the university's facilities policies and that anti-Semitic graffiti was found on a nearby statue. I still don't know, what that graffiti depicted or said, but I was here last night after that letter went out, and what I saw was a bit of an escalation. The pro-Palestinian protesters were inside the camp. A smaller group of pro-Israel students gathered on the sidewalk right next to College Green on Penn's campus. Both groups, grew a little bit in size, and then they were trading chants with one another. It got to a point where police that were on the scene actually put a metal barrier between the two groups. However, legal observers I talked to this morning who were there last night said it didn't really progress beyond the chants between one another. And I should say that the camp is still here. As I said at the top, the camp is still here this morning. People are still coming by, dropping off supplies, and checking in, pretty much. Kate.
Throughout the day, we'll get updates from you, Nigel. Thank you. It's 11:32. Let's get to traffic and weather on the cues. Andy Anderson has the latest in Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thanks, Austin. Call on Regency Furniture Tip Line, 215-720-1460. Regency Furniture on Station up the last. Get a little more color on that turnpike crash we were talking about for a while. It was down there, unfortunately, I'm taking out the right lane.
In a quarter mile, turn right on North Creek Mile.
Speaking of the great lane, steer as far to the left as you possibly can to try and get through this. Once you clear it, then things pick up very quickly. The rest of the mainline turnpike looking good. Travel northeast extension northbound just before Quakertown.
Continue on North Creek Road,
We know we're seeing any kind of issues with that, so it looks like they got pushed off to the side behind the construction cones. Still do watch for some emergency equipment in the area. Pulling back in close to Philly Natures. Both directions from Main Street Expressway. Not fun. Westbound, you can find delays starting as you hop off the 95 range. Staying slow in degrees. More like very slow.
celebration to mark the end of Ramadan on April 10th. Juveniles Gia Bruce, Abdul Allen, Kasir Bradley, and Brandon Fisher have all been charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, reckless endangerment.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Birmingham Road.
Looking for on an earthquake, they found more than 2 shot missiles.
Take the next right onto Birmingham Road. Continue on Birmingham Road for 5 miles.
CBS's Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
President Biden on Friday signaled he's willing to debate former President Trump during a radio interview with Howard Stern.
I don't know if you're going to debate your opponent. Somewhere, I don't know. I'm happy to debate it.
Outside of court, Trump responded.
We're willing to do it Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, or Friday night on national television.
Now remember, Trump refused to participate in GOP primary debates. The Commission on Presidential Debates has 3 presidential election debates on the calendar in September and October.
Trump later suggested they debate in New York City next week. Both candidates scheduled to be there on Friday. For some morning delays on the Schuylkill, we'll get the latest from the traffic.
Well done, Honda. I'll bet and pick up. I'll bet you're real happy with yourselves now.
April is here, and if your windows won't open for fresh air or so tight to keep out all that bugs, it's time for window nation. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you'll get 2 free. There's no limit to how much you can save. Plus, save even more. No interest or payments for 24 months. With proven quality, you'll get affordable windows that meet or beat the national brands. Don't miss out. Call 866-90Nation or visit windowNation.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
Celebrate the ladies in your life on Mother's Appreciation Day, presented by Pep Boys, when the Phillies play the Giants on Sunday, May 5th at 7:10. Women 15 and over receive a Phillies bucket hat. Buy tickets now at Phillies.com. Kids 14 and under will love this place when they receive an Alec Bohm t-shirt presented by IBEW Local 98 on Saturday, May 4th at 6:05 when the Phils take on the Giants. Secure your seats at Phillies.com.
When people have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines, they head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of raw cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities for their website. They turned to AmericanEagle.com. AmericanEagle.com re-architected P.F. Chang's website, integrating multiple third-party systems to create a unified digital experience. Results: improved page speed and performance, personalized content based on users' location, intuitive online ordering, an increase in organic search visibility, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made Asian cuisine, visit your local P.F. Chang's or go to pfchangs.com. For website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting, they'll produce efficient best businesses in the world. Turning to the best in the business for websites, go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
What's the room again?
1240, down at the end.
Sammy, don't touch that. That's someone's old food.
Here we are. Do you have a key?
You have both of ours.
Oh, right. Not working.
Right. Try flipping it over.
Seriously, why can't they hold the
Give me yours.
You have mine.
All right.
Please, if you could do that.
Are you
Ladies, why don't everyone just shut the...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code MONTHFREE on May 31st. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details. It's 11:42. Cooper River Park welcomes dogs and owners alike. We'll have details after traffic and weather on the twos. Driven by is Gary Barbera the best, and boy, I guess. Here's Andy Anderson in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thanks so much, Jane. Yeah, I got a couple of things happening here. Looks like they might be doing some work on 95 southbound, right by 476, the Blue Route. Just seeing this odd delay that will not go away. If you're running 95 southbound, just as you get past 420, it's just going to be a wall of traffic, and that's running all the way down towards 476 interchange. Once you clear it, things pick up very quickly. But you're getting a possible notification that there might be a crew down there doing some quick work. So doing something that can't quite get the cameras in the right angle to see exactly what's happening. Also, a little bit of a delay as you're going 476 south, trying to feed into 95 south. So I'm working from Woodley Park southbound through the 476 interchange. Look for that heavy crowd. Northbound, we've got just overall volume delay starting Delaware line running up to almost the Commodore Barry Bridge. Once you get beyond that, things pick up. I've got another slow go as you're going northbound, working your way up towards Academy. It looks like between Cotton and Academy, seeing a crowd as well. Traveling Vine Street Expressway, both directions between 76 and the east side of Broad, right around, looks like 8th Street, 11th Street. We are seeing heavy delays, which is no surprise. Westbound School Road, running through Grace Ferry. I've got that slow go, and then very slow again, starting at City Avenue, running into Grace, all the way up to the curve through the 476 interchange, up to almost 202. 76 eastbound at 202, that's jammed up. And if you're traveling PA Turnpike, we're still trying to clean off this crash with a couple of tractor trailers. Turnpike eastbound approaching Ben Salem, still about a 2-mile delay. Last week it was taken out the right lane. Northeast extension northbound between Lansdale and Quakertown. We did have an earlier crash in the right lane. Looks like just in the last couple of minutes, the last of that got cleaned out of there. So at least it's going to be a good trip as you head up towards the Lehigh Valley. Number one, everyone's Jack Gary Barbera says, way to go, Howie. The best knows the best. That's my Inquirer readers. Voted Gary Barbera's the Boulevard, the Barbera Bear, and Barbera Cares. Miller's favorite car dealer. Every day for a gift besides Barbera and Howie the best. Yeah, I guess. Next update in less than 10. I'm Andy Anderson.
And now the forecast with AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
Out the north for the rest of today, turning out cloudy with a shower in a couple spots here for this afternoon with a high 62. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, low 50 degrees. Tomorrow, trending warmer, clouds and some sunshine. High of 81 degrees. It could feel a touch more humid as well for the afternoon. Into Monday, partly sunny, very warm, and it will be humid. A taste of summer. High of 86 degrees. The record high for Monday is 90, set back in 1974. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
57 degrees in Center City.
KYW News Radio 103.9 FM is always live and always free on the Odyssey app.
Take the next right onto
Briefings tonight at 11:45. Southwest Airlines in some trouble ahead of the summer travel season, pulling flights out of 4 airports after financial difficulty and flight delays. It's a dog's paradise at Cooper River Park after a huge transformation project over the past few years or so. Dogs and owners can play on several new facilities. And recapping our top story, a proposed inning encampment in the middle of the University of Pennsylvania. In the campus, it still stands despite requests from Penn leadership to break it up. And that's all ahead. I'm Kate Bronstein, Andre Bennett, and Carrington Corbin at the editor's desk. And as the protest encampment at Penn remains intact, demonstrations have yet to let up across colleges and universities nationwide. Correspondent Bill Lipoff has more.
California Polytech's Humboldt campus will remain closed for the semester. Some students have taken control of a building as part of their protest. The school telling ABC News protesters are demanding, among other things, the school disclose all holdings and collaborations with Israel, cut ties with all Israeli universities, divest from companies and corporations which are profiting from the Israel-Hamas war, and publicly call for a ceasefire.
Meanwhile, at Northwestern University in Boston, police in riot gear cleared out an encampment this morning, while police at Emerson College, they've arrested more than 100 people since the start of the protests. And trouble in the skies for Southwest this time, and big changes too. The discount carrier posted some big losses in the first quarter of the year, and now it's cutting flights. Correspondent Alexis Christophoulos has details.
Heading into the busy summer travel season, Southwest Airlines is pulling out of 4 airports as it deals with the financial fallout from delays and getting new planes from Boeing. So beginning in August, Southwest will stop flying to Cozumel, Mexico, Syracuse, New York, Bellingham in Washington State, and George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston. Southwest will also cut half its flights in Atlanta and about a third at Chicago's O'Hare.
Southwest says it's also considering whether to change or discontinue its first-come, first-serve open seating policy, but the carrier says it has no plans to change that policy of allowing passengers to check their first 2 bags for free. And it's a new dog park open at Cooper River. KYW South Jersey reporter Mike Doherty tells us this is the next step in county efforts to make this big attraction for families.
Cooper River has undergone a massive transformation in recent years with the new track, bocce courts, improved conditions for the regattas, and now a new dog park. County Commissioner Jeff Nash says things are really coming together, and as a dog owner himself, he's really excited about this one.
ABC's Jacqueline Lee has more.
Donald Trump's former personal assistant, Rona Graff, long considered Trump's gatekeeper for 3 decades, said she was responsible for updating the company contact list, which included entries for Karen McDougal. McDougal was a former Playboy model and allegedly had a sexual relationship with Trump. Trump denies the affair, but David Pecker, former publisher for the National Enquirer, testified that at Trump's direction, the tabloid bought McDougal's story but never ran it in order to protect Trump's political campaign.
The trial continues Tuesday. Trump has pleaded not guilty to all charges and continues to deny any wrongdoing. The Phillies take on the Padres tonight at 8:40 p.m. They're away. They bested San Diego yesterday on the road, 9-3 the final. Sixers getting ready for Game 4 against the Knicks tomorrow afternoon. The second day of the NFL draft. It was a busy one for the Eagles. Now let's get the latest from KYW's Matt Leon.
The Eagles made 3 trades on day 2 of the draft. They moved up in the second round to grab Iowa quarterback Cooper DeJean with the 40th overall selection. Birds made a deal with Washington to move up and get DeJean, who was outstanding during his career with the Hawkeyes, had 3 career pick sixes. He is also an outstanding punt returner. Now, he did miss the last 4 games last season with a broken leg. As far as his status now,
I'm good. If there's game cut today, I'll be ready to go.
The Eagles came into day 2 of the draft without a 3rd-round pick. They got one in that deal with Washington, then traded down twice, first with Houston and then San Francisco, and finally with the 94th overall selection, the Birds took edge rusher Jalen Hunt out of Houston Christian University. 13.5 sacks the last 2 seasons for Hunt. Eagles will be busy on Saturday for the final day of the draft. They head into it now with 7 picks, 3 in the 4th round, 3 in the 5th round, and 1 in the 6th round. Matt Leon, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
Now it's slow going on 95 in Delco. We'll find out why next.
Hey, it's Amy E. Feldman. I want to help answer your questions about the law. So send me an email, askamy@kywnewsradio.com. It isn't legal advice, but if you have a question, someone else out there probably does too. So email askamy@kywnewsradio.com and you could be featured in a segment sometime soon.
Navigation. Take me to Turnersville Jeep. TurnersvilleJeep.com is your zero-down Jeep and Ram headquarters. Come to Turnersville and get up to 15% off select Jeeps and Rams. That equates to over $12,000 in savings on select models. We have over 300 vehicles available for immediate delivery at TurnersvilleJeep.com, located on Route 42 in Turnersville. Drive a little, save a lot at TurnersvilleJeep.com. That's TurnersvilleJeep.com.
Now serving Bucks and Montgomery counties. 267-650-3418.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Beat the clock this Saturday, 9 a.m. for Ashley's biggest discount and save up to 30% off your furniture purchase. Don't let time run out. Beat the clock and save up to 30% off this Saturday at Ashley. Visit homestores.store for participating locations near you.
It's 11:52, a family reunion years in the making. And we'll tell you that after traffic and weather on the twos. Driven by is Gary Barbera the best? Boy, I guess. Now to Andy Anderson in the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Hey, thanks so much, Kate. Got a couple of slow spots if you're going to be on 95 in Delaware County. And a little bit of good news. Always love that in traffic land. 95 southbound. Looked like we had some quick work going on. Southbound right by 476. The Blue Road hit it back up to 420. That heavy delay just cleared out in the last, I don't know, couple of 2-3 minutes. But we're still seeing some brake lights as you're working southbound past 420. Running down through the Ridley Park area. Now extending down to almost the Commodore Ferry. It's just going to be an overall under the limit. We're not heavy packed and slow like it was even a couple of minutes ago. On 95 northbound, that is still got heavy delays starting before the Delaware line, actually starting back before 495, coming all the way up, looks like, to just about the Commodore Ferry Bridge before the pace starts to pick up again. Once you get beyond that, though, you're actually looking good heading up towards the stadiums. Then we got some more slow go up in the northeast from, it looks like, just past Cottman, heading up towards Academy. We are looking at some slow push through there as well, no surprises. Vine Street Expressway, both directions slow between 76 and the Parkway. And then the eastbound, slow, a little slow continuing out past Broad. Westbound, looks like Schuylkill Expressway starting Grace Ferry. You've got that slow go. Running up towards Girard, opens up a little bit, slows down again right by City Avenue. Staying slow in degrees all the way through the curve and through the 476 interchange out past Gulf Mills. Very busy on 76 both directions with 476 interchange. A loopy loop ramp that goes 476 north to Schuylkill westbound. That's jammed up. That's just going to be a little messy as you try and work your way through. PA Turnpike still cleaning up a crash eastbound approaching Ben Salem in the right lane. They've been stopping traffic at times, trying to turn a whole tractor trailer around so they can get it out of there. I've still got a 2-mile delay in the turnpike because of it. The rest of the turnpike though in good shape. Number one in everyone's track, Gary Barbera says, "Way to go, Howie! The best knows the best." That's why Inquirer readers voted Gary Barbera's in the Boulevard, the Barbera Bear, and Barbera Cares, Philly's favorite car dealer. Every day, Philly people say it's Barbera and Howie the best. Boy, I guess. Next update in less than 10. I'm Andy Anderson.
Now the AccuWeather forecast, we're at 57 degrees, mostly cloudy in Center City. Could reach a daytime high of 62. For the rest of this afternoon, staying overcast with a possible shower in places and a big warm-up on the way. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 50, and tomorrow, warmer with clouds and sunshine. The start of the period much warmer, high of 81 degrees. It's 58 in Pensport and 51 in Exton, 57 at Washington Lane Station on the Chestnut Hill East Line. This report sponsored by SEPTA, now hiring bus operators, mechanics, and police officers. Apply today. After searching for him for years, 4 sisters have found their biological brother.
Nicole, Amy, Amber, and Shelley of Columbus, Nebraska had been posting a baby picture on social media, asking for help finding their brother, who was surrendered for adoption as a baby. Their only clue was a picture of him as a child from an old calendar with the name Greg on the back. Soon after CBS TV affiliate KMTV in Omaha aired a story about their search, Greg contacted them on Facebook.
I shared a picture with them
from my first grade year till 12th grade.
Soon, they were face to face.
It felt like it was just like we picked up where we left off and that we have known each other for years.
Christopher Cruz,
We just, can't even believe this.
CBS News.
It's 11:55, and it's time for Money News on KYW. Here's Bloomberg's Jeff Bellinger.
The nation's inflation rate has eased significantly since peaking above 7% in 2022, and price pressures are no longer broad-based. There is one major fly in the ointment.
The big underlying component always comes back to rental inflation.
Bloomberg economic reporter Matt Bothler says rents have been stubbornly high.
It's especially most important right now because it's also the component of inflation that has been slowest to come down.
Bothler says the rate of inflation would be very close to the Federal Reserve's 2% target were it not for the high cost of rental housing in some parts of the country.
If we were stripping out housing, we'd be talking about more like 2.2, 2.3% inflation.
Optimists note that rent increases have been at or below their pre-pandemic pace for a year and a half now, and they predict things will get better soon.
If that does happen in the next couple months, then, the inflation conversation could change again pretty dramatically.
With Money News from Bloomberg on KYW, I'm Jeff Bellinger.
Protests continue across the U.S. What's going on across the Schuylkill next on News Radio.
WPHI-FM Jenkintown, KYW and WIP-FM HD2 Philadelphia.
Always live. Tune in tonight starting at 7 p.m. for the Bob Pantano Saturday Night Dance Party, live from Adelphia and Deptford. The Bob Pantano Saturday Night Dance Party is broadcast exclusively on 98.1 HD2 and Bob Pantano Dance Party Radio on the Odyssey app. Brought to you by Spider Thermo.
Are you or a loved one living with a disability in the Garden State? An NJ Able savings account can help you save and pay for qualified expenses without impacting your SSI or Medicaid eligibility. To learn more, visit us at nj.saveusable.com. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid or CR-V Hybrid.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. See dealer for financing details.
Is your car still under warranty?
No, not anymore.
My mechanic just suggested an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover repair bills if anything happens to the car. Brakes, transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait, you pay nothing on repairs? Ox gets it fixed? Free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance?
Yeah, you don't pay. Ox pays. Ox even has a 30-day money-back guarantee and is A+ rated on the BBB. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike those other warranty companies.
The last thing I need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-230-3989. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-230-3989. 800-230-3989. Or go to oxcarcare.com.
And bad air quality cause sinus headaches?
Why do people have a neuropathy?
What should teens know about depression?
I'm KYW Medical Editor Dr. Brian McDonough.
I'm KYW's Michelle Durham. Every week, Tuesdays at 5:15, we talk about questions just like these. So send us an email with your question.
Ask Dr. Brian at KYWNewsRadio.com.
That's Ask Dr. Brian at KYWNewsRadio.com. Staying cloudy for the rest of today. We could reach a daytime high of 62. It's 57 right now. And there could be a couple showers in some areas as well. Tomorrow, it's 81 degrees, feeling like summer already. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Visit windownation.com. KYW News Time, 12 noon.
The news you need from the people you trust.
All news and all that matters to you.
1039 FM. Tell us the pro-Palestinian student encampment to disband after violating university policy. I'm Nigel Thompson.
According to the DEA, this would be a pretty good weekend to clean out your medicine cabinet. I'm Raquel Williams.
Philadelphia hopes to put some 250 residents to work with $1 million in grants to 4 nonprofits. I'm Pat Lowe.
Phillies play the Padres again tonight in San Diego, and day 3 of the NFL draft
is getting underway. 58 degrees, it's cloudy here in Center City. We're going up to 62. Good afternoon, I'm Paul Kurtz, and topping the news at 12:01. The University of Pennsylvania's interim president has served notice to student protesters that they must disband their encampment immediately, but the students apparently are not listening. KYW's Nigel Thompson is on Penn's campus today, joins us live with the very latest. Nigel.
Yeah, Paul, and I did just speak with some of the student organizers here at the encampment, and while they said last night was tense, given the letter sent out by university leadership asking them to disband, they're going to try to keep it business as usual today. People this morning, as I've been here, are continuing to bring supplies to help the encampment, and those organizers I spoke to said, you know, they also invite anyone they know to come down and have a dialogue with them about why they're out here and the demands they have for the University of Pennsylvania. Just as a recap, those demands are transparency about Penn's endowment investments, divestment from Israeli companies, and protections for Palestinian scholars and protesters on campus. Now, the letter that went out last night from university leadership asking for the disbandment of this encampment said that the encampment violated the university's facilities policies and that anti-Semitic graffiti was found on a nearby statue of Ben Franklin. When asked about the graffiti, those organizers I spoke to said that they condemned the vandalism and said that the person who did it got away. They actually said police allowed them to get away, and that person was not associated in any way with what they're doing, the encampment. They also said it happened yesterday around mid-afternoon, and then when I actually got here, they were power washing that statue. The organizers also said that they have not been approached at all by the university to have any sort of discussion about their demands, but they do still want that to happen, and they hope that can happen, Paul.
All right, thank you, Nigel. Nigel Thompson keeping his eye on those pro-Palestinian protests at Penn. We'll have more for you throughout the day. Right now, 02, we check traffic and weather on the 2s, and checking in with Andy Anderson in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thank you, and still very busy, which is fully expected for this time of day. We are seeing some heavy delays if you're trying to run 95 in Delaware County. Northbound, even back inside Delaware, you're going to find a lot of brake lights, and those are going to stay coming all the way up northbound just about the Commodore Perry Bridge before the party starts to pick up. Southbound, a little bit of a construction delay we had running right around the 476 Blue Ridge interchange. That's cleared out. Now we're just seeing overall slow go anywhere from, it looks like, right around, actually just before 476 from what we're seeing right around Ridley Park. I'm moving down in varying degrees all the way down towards 322 west for Conchester Highway area, but again, that's just all going to be volumes in there. Likewise, if you're traveling the Blue Route coming southbound, right around Route 3 for Upper Darby Broomall, you got a heavy crowd, and then again, you're going to find slow go starting right by the immediate bypass, working your way down towards Baltimore Pike. It's just volumes. Schuylkill 76, very heavy, running through Grays Ferry westbound, moving up past the Vine Street Expressway. Things start to pick up a little bit. Slows down again just past the boulevard. It's going to stay slow through the curve, even through the 476 interchange, especially through there. You got heavy delays both directions through 476. Eastbound 76 at 202, that's all jammed up, no surprises. And they got the heavy crowd again before Montgomery down past the Vine. Both the 76 ramps getting to the Vine eastbound. Definitely manageable at this point. Now, still cleaning up the crash, or what's left of it. It's going to be on the mainline Pennsylvania Turnpike eastbound approaching Ben Salem. Still looking at probably a good mile-and-a-half delay. It was involving a couple of tractor-trailers. Got one moved off to the side. Another one facing the wrong way, so they were having to stop traffic at times to turn this thing around so they can get it out of there. But rest of the turnpike of the Northeast Extension, you're going to find it fairly quiet at this hour. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement 24-hour Traffic Center, need a new roof or just want to repair a small problem? TrustPJ.com. I'm Andy Anderson.
Thank you, Andy. Now the KYW AccuWeather 5-Day with meteorologist Matt Benz.
Today will be the last of the cool weather, at least for the foreseeable future, as the rest of the forecast will feature more summer-like conditions. Through the rest of today, mainly cloudy skies. There could be a shower in a couple spots for this afternoon as a warm front crosses the state. Look for a high of 62 degrees here for this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy, not nearly as chilly compared to recent nights with a low of 50. Tomorrow, here comes the warm weather, clouds and some sunshine. Temperatures reaching a high of 83 for the afternoon, and it will turn a bit more humid as well. Monday, feeling the part of summer, partly sunny, very warm and humid with a high of 86 degrees. Still very warm and humid into Tuesday, though some showers and thunderstorms across the area for the afternoon. Those storms could produce gusty winds and even small hail. Look for a high on Tuesday up to 85 degrees. And for Wednesday, temperatures come down just a bit, but still warm for early May. Partly sunny with a high of 79. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
58 and cloudy here in Center City, going up to 62. It's 12:05. Police are still searching for a South Philadelphia teen who's been missing since Thursday. 14-year-old Mahiri Easley was last seen leaving her home wearing an orange hoodie and black tights, carrying a small black purse. Her phone was last tracked to North Philly near 27th and Montgomery Avenue. Anyone with information on Easley's whereabouts is urged to contact South Detectives at 215-686-3013. Oh, today is National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, a reminder to get rid of those old, outdated meds. Here's KYW Community Impact reporter Raquel Williams.
According to Consumer Reports, about 1/3 of Americans neglect to clean out their medicine cabinets annually, and 1/5 haven't cleaned them in 3 years, even though most medications expire within a year.
That's Christina McGrath with the Pharmaceutical Product Stewardship Work Group. They oversee My Old Meds, which provides a nationwide locator for secure disposal options and kiosks nearby. They also offer guidance on managing household medicine safely. Executive Director Ann Vogelmar says holding on to old prescription medication only raises the risk that they may be misused.
Well, if the medicine isn't properly disposed, people can gain access to it, either advertently or inadvertently. You do want to make sure that any old medicine that is in your medicine cabinet is properly disposed to minimize the chance that anyone could get in contact with it.
There are over 22,000 verified disposal options across the country, with almost 1,000 in Pennsylvania. Find a nearby kiosk at myoldmeds.com. Raquel Williams, KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
Philadelphia should get a big boost to its workforce development efforts with the announcement this week that the city is one of 4 cities to join the White House Workforce Hub Initiative. Here's KYW City Hall Bureau Chief Pat Loeb.
President Joe Biden announced the expansion of workforce hubs from 5 to 9 cities on Thursday in Syracuse, New York.
We're bringing employers, unions, community colleges, high schools together in workforce hubs where folks can learn the skills hands-on.
In Philadelphia, the hub will be preparing workers for jobs on bridge construction and repair, milling and paving, and water infrastructure and facilities upgrades being funded by the bipartisan infrastructure law. Lily Reynolds of the City Office of Transportation and Infrastructure Systems says the city will require contractors on those projects to hire Philadelphia residents, with a special effort to hire from the 19 zip codes where incomes are lowest.
This preference helps nudge the industry towards a diverse and representative worker population and provides really meaningful careers for trained workers from Philadelphia.
Pat Loeb, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
2 teens have been arrested in connection with a stabbing this week at the Showboat in Atlantic City. Police say 19-year-old Julius Reed and 18-year-old Tyreek Allen Whitaker were taken into custody yesterday following the Wednesday incident. A third suspect, 20-year-old Marquise Cotman, was arrested shortly after the incident. Authorities responded on Wednesday night to the 800 block of the boardwalk. They found a 25-year-old New York man stabbed. Investigators say the victim had been beaten before he was stabbed, but he is expected to recover. It's 12:09, slow going on 95 in Delco. We'll have your traffic and weather updates in a few minutes.
Do you have a news tip? Leave a message on our news tip line at 855 KYW News.
Oh, I just watched this do-it-yourself repair video. I'll have our heating and cooling system fixed.
What? Wait.
I'm going to save us a bunch of money by repairing our cooling system.
Yeah, so thoughtful. You should relax. I'll call the experts.
Huh?
For a limited time, we can get up to a $2,100 rebate on a qualified Carrier home comfort system.
Yeah, that's a much better idea.
I know. Now, go watch your basketball thing.
What? Visit nopaycarrier.com to learn about financing options and to find your local expert. Nopaycarrier.com. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1907 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1907p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck. And less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1907 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. The
These 1907 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand.
To learn more, call 1-800-456-2466.
Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order.
Call 1-800-456-2466 now
To secure your 1907P $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out.
That's 1-800-456-2466.
Summer is coming soon. Now is the time to make your summer vacation plans at the beautiful oceanfront Grand Hotel in Cape May, New Jersey's premium resort and conference center. Get your stay today. Don't wait. Rooms are going fast for the summer season. We offer a variety of guest rooms, suites, and townhouses. Enjoy the indoor and outdoor pools, pool bar, restaurant, beach service, arcade, fitness center, and so much more. Book direct with us for the best rates. Call 800-257-8550 or visit grandhotelcapemay.com.
The working families of La Una Neighbors District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are proud contributors to all aspects of growth in this great city. The Neighbors District Council provides safe, well-trained, productive workers who enable projects to be done on time and under budget. We appreciate our signatory contractors and their commitment to fairness and equality. Neighbors, we're building a better future today.
Brought to you by the Laborers District Council Message Fund.
Hey, Philly. Jason Kelsey here. Even though I won't be playing on Sundays anymore, you can still find me at Lincoln Financial Field on Saturday, May 18th for the Eagles Autism Challenge, presented by Lincoln Financial Group. This event raises millions of dollars to support autism research and care, and gives you the chance to walk, run, or ride your bike beside your favorite Eagles players. Together, we can transform the lives of individuals affected by autism. Register today at eaglesautismchallenge.org, and I'll see you there.
It's 12 minutes after 12. Time for traffic and weather on the 2s, driven by Gary Barbera, the best boy, I guess. And we're back with Andy Anderson and E.J. Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thank you, man, and still very busy, especially if you're going to be in Delaware County. We're still watching some delays as you're trying to get away from the Delaware line, heading up towards Commodore Barry Bridge. We're still looking at a lot more slow than go. It does break up before you get to the bridge, but still that northbound coming right from the Delaware line up. It's going to be a little bit of a crowd tucked in there. It's just volumes from what we're seeing in the cameras, nothing more. Southbound, not bad. 476 heading down to 322 west. Just a couple of brake lights as well. Rest in 95, we got some issues. If you're heading, it looks like really both directions. Looks like just south between Academy and Cotman, we are seeing some delays. It's going to be volumes from what we can tell in there. Also, as you continue southbound, just getting past the Betsy Ross, seeing another heavy crowd tucked in through there as well. Both the 76 ramps getting to the Vine eastbound. Those are starting to jam up again once you're on the Vine eastbound. Slow anywhere from 76 to past Broad. Westbound just a little under the limit by Broad. Not bad through there right now. But if you're traveling Schuylkill 76, heading westbound from just past Passyunk, we're starting to see a lot of brake lights coming up to about the Vine. And then you slow down, pick up, and then again from City Avenue, it looks like running up through the curve through the 476 interchange. It's going to be slow, very slow right around 476. Another crowd starting right up by Gulf Mills heading up towards 202. 76 eastbound, that's jammed up the 202 ramp, and then again at 476. I got another heavy crowd right around the Gladwin ramp, starting down towards Belmont, and then as you get past the Boulevard, heavy and slow again running down through the Vine area. Now, still cleaning up this crash or what's left of it on the PA Turnpike. Not much left, though. It's going to be eastbound approaching Ben Salem. Most of the delay is gone. We are still looking at some brake lights for about a third of a mile coming up towards what's left of it. There's a couple of tractor trailers. Getting most of it out of there now.
Excuse me.
Cleared out shortly. If you're taking northeast extension, at least from what we can see, that's going to be a quiet ride anywhere between Mid-County and Lehigh Valley. Number one, everyone's draft, Gary Barbera says, way to go, Hockey! The best knows the best. That's why Inquirer readers or Gary Barbera's on the Boulevard, the Barbera Bear, and Barbera Cares, Philly's favorite car dealer. Every day, Philly people say it's Barbera and Howie the best. Yeah, I guess. Next update in less than 10, I'm Andy Anderson.
The AccuWeather forecast now sponsored by Morgan and Morgan. Here's AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
Weather for this afternoon, mainly cloudy skies. There can be a shower in a couple of spots. Temperatures today topping out at 62 degrees. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy. Not nearly as cold as recent nights with a low of 50. Tomorrow, clouds and some sunshine. The big story, big warm-up is on its way. Heading up to a high of 83 for tomorrow afternoon. It will become a touch more humid as well for the afternoon. For Monday, partly sunny, feeling more like summer. Very warm and humid. Look for a high on Monday up to 86 degrees. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
Currently 58 degrees. It is cloudy going up to 60.
I'm Jim Morgan. Last year, more clouds higher Morgan than ever before. We now have more
focus of an Arbor Day celebration in West Philly was trees. Of course, dozens of them were planted this week, and recapping our top story, students at Penn in order to take down their tents and end their pro-Palestinian protest, but they've not done so. That's all ahead in the next 15 minutes. Good afternoon, I'm Paul Kurtz. Andre Bennett is at the editor's desk, and as tension builds, not only at Penn, but also on campuses across the country, students demanding to have their opposition to the Israel...
Yeah, well done, guys. I'll bet you're real happy with yourself brake checking your fellow motorists now.
California State Poly has closed for the remainder of the semester, and at Northwestern University, police in riot gear this morning broke up an encampment on campus. Correspondent Phil Lightoff's at Columbia in New York City.
At Columbia, the epicenter of student dissent against the war, the university president saying she wants the encampment cleared out before the undergraduate graduation ceremony on May 15th. Outside the school Friday, hundreds of pro-Israel counter-protesters called for the release of hostages.
Well, we're past the exit for the Blue Route now. Hopefully this will be a little bit of a smoother ride up to where we need to be.
Its response to the demonstrations, and a quick correction here, one of the other protests taking place at Northeastern University, not Northeastern. It's 12:17 at Jasper County. Man is behind bars accused of murdering his wife and adult daughter. 76-year-old Roger Hanks faces several charges, including first-degree murder. On Thursday, state police responded to a 911 call of a shooting on Wilshire Drive in Kennett Square. When they arrived, they found the lifeless bodies of Hanks' 75-year-old wife Judith and 37-year-old daughter Emily. Both had been shot in the chest. Hanks was found in the garage and placed in cuffs. Dozens of trees were recently planted along the West Philadelphia commercial corridor. As KYW's John McDevitt reports, those trees were the focus of an Arbor Day celebration.
Children from two area daycare centers made colorful owl and flower love dogs. The place on the newly planted trees along 60th Street. Member of the business community, Elaine Wells, founder of Global Thinking Initiatives, Inc.
And they made little love tags to hang on the trees so that when people visit the corridor, they see that our kids care about the trees, our community cares about the trees.
Wells founded a nonprofit organization to address the needs of the community.
It occurred to me that a lot of these resources have been free for decades, and the outreach to Black and brown communities just was not there. I made it intentional in educating communities around the benefits of trees, whether they be street trees on the corner or yard trees, because we all deserve beautiful places to live.
16 trees were recently planted along the 60th Street corridor. 180 additional trees were planted in other commercial corridors throughout the city. The plantings are part of Philadelphia's 10-year plan for the equitable growth and care of Philly's urban forest. In West Philadelphia, John McDevitt, KYW News Radio, 929.
The Federal Appeals Court has rejected R. Kelly's challenge of his 20-year prison sentence on child sex convictions in Chicago.
The appeals court says he was correctly sentenced. Kelly's attorney calls the decision disappointing and says they will ask the U.S. Supreme Court to review the decision. Kelly is also serving a 30-year sentence imposed in New York for federal racketeering and sex trafficking convictions. He has also appealed that sentence. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
It's 12:19. Sports Phil's play the Padres tonight at 8:40. Rangers Suarez will be on the mound, and he is off to a Cy Young start with a 4-0 record.
Yeah, man.
Yesterday on the road, 9-3 the final. Sixers getting ready for Game 4 of their series against the Knicks. That'll be tomorrow afternoon, and day 3 of the NFL draft is underway. We'll have details for you as they develop. It's 12:20. We'll check traffic and weather in a couple of minutes.
Hey, it's Dave Uran from Philadelphia's Morning News. Do you think you're one of Philadelphia's biggest sports fans? Do you know someone who has a great story about their fandom? Well, we want to tell these stories in our Philadelphia Sports Fan of the Week series. Hit us up at kywnewsradio.com/fans.
Hi, folks. This is Norman the Floorman. It was my wife's birthday. She told me she wanted a fur coat. So I gave her a mousetrap. I told her, honey, this is a starter kit. Whether you need carpet, LVT, hardwood, tile, or area rugs, for your residential or commercial project, we've got you covered. Savings up to 50%. And that ain't chopped liver. Visit us in Bryn Mawr, Conshohocken, or call us at 800-220-RUGS. For your home or business,
well as the city limits of Philly.
Subways, and trams.
Rewind on KYW. Sponsored by National Appliance Warehouse. April 27th, 1959. The Fleetwoods at the top of the singles chart with Come Softly to Me for the third week in a row. And April 27th, 1996.
This is U.S. history.
Sean Penn.
Sorry I'm late. It's just like this new schedule's totally confusing.
Married Robin Wright.
You don't want to marry me.
They divorced 14 years later.
You don't know what love is.
I'm Brandon Brooks.
You just stay away from me, please.
And that's Rewind.
You can't keep doing this all the time.
Sponsored by National Appliance Warehouse. Tax-free shopping on new kitchen appliances. NationalApplianceWarehouse.com.
At 12:25, it's Money News, and with a look at auto trends, here's George Polgar of Far Vision News.
While China rearranged the industrial universe in the last 25 years, more recently it is a South Korean industrial giant that has emerged as a driving force in the global automotive market. The new Genesis GV70 3.5T all-wheel drive sport prestige SUV makes the case convincingly as the premium brand of the Hyundai Group, which also includes Kia. Visually, the Genesis fights above its weight as a lower-cost premium option, nicking some of the styling cues from supercar brands with six-figure tickets. With piercing LED wraparound head and tail light arrays, this GV70 casts an athletic angle on the SUV egg profile. The imposing shield of a front grille is like a coat of arms of this new auto dynasty. The Genesis delivers big inside with quilted and stitched upholstery, expansively designed interior, and dazzling tech. The 3.5 GT Sport 375 horsepower engine option makes this Genesis a great performance value at $60,000. This is George Polgar, CarVisionNews.com. Tom for KYW News Radio.
Pro-Palestinian protesters at Penn defy an order to disband immediately. That's coming up. KYW News Radio, it's 12:26.
Get the Odyssey app and listen to KYW News Radio anywhere. It's the Jeep Celebration event at Ross Choate's Norristown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Jeep buyers, this one's for you. The 24 Wrangler Willys Edition, 4xe is only $388 per month. This is the offer you've been looking for. The Wrangler you want and a payment that fits, $388. This is the Willys, great package, even heated seats, heated steering wheel, and remote start. It's equipped, not stripped. A new Willys for $388 a month. We loaded up on 50 of these brand new Wrangler 4xe to bring these savings to you. 866-415-8892 or NorristownCDJR.com. We're only 10 money-saving minutes from the King of Prussia. Now, without the best, leases are 36 months, 7,500 miles per year with $45.99 due at signing. Lease loyalty, tax incentives are included with approved credit. Tax, license, and 464 doc fee additional. Offer expires 5/1/24. While you're at it, check out our online reviews. They're great.
Good news, New Jersey. More residents are getting quality, affordable health coverage through Get Covered New Jersey. Established by Governor Murphy, Get Covered New Jersey offers increased plan choices and more savings than ever. If you recently had a life event, such as marriage, pregnancy, or insurance loss, you may qualify to enroll now. 9 in 10 enrolling get financial help for plans that include preventive care, prescriptions, and more. And if you meet certain income levels, you may qualify for low to no-cost coverage. Find your plan at getcovered.nj.gov.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
If you want jazz music, go to New Orleans. Bagels, New York. And for psychics, think California Psychics. You want the best, you go to the best. At California Psychics, home of free spirits and open minds, we know better than anyone what makes a good psychic. That's why we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free.
Wow.
Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com and experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Traffic is very slow on 95 in Delco. We'll update you on that in a few minutes. As for the weather today, not too good. 58 right now, going up to 62, but hang in there, going up to the 80s starting tomorrow. KYW News Time, 12:30.
From the Delaware Valley Honda Studios, get a deal you'll like on a Honda you'll love.
Yep, there was just some sort of a picket walk going on.
FM. University leadership has asked the pro-Palestinian encampment in the middle of Penn's campus to disband, but it still stands, entering its second full day. I'm Nigel Thompson.
Police have filed charges against 5 people in connection with a shooting that injured 3 in West Philly a couple weeks ago.
Students crowd into the Community College of Philadelphia boardroom, interrupting faculty contract talks. I'm Mike DiNardo.
Sports Ranger Suarez takes a 4-0 record into tonight's game against the Padres in San Diego. Day 3 of the NFL draft continues. Eagles have yet to pick. It is 58 degrees and cloudy here in Center City, going up to 62 today. Good afternoon, I'm Paul Kurtz. Pro-Palestinian protesters at Penn appear to be ignoring the university's call for them to disband. KYW's Nigel Thompson is live on campus with the latest. Nigel?
Yeah, Paul, those pro-Palestinian protesters, made up of Penn students and other activists, some also students from other Philadelphia universities, said they're trying to keep it business as usual on Saturday after that letter that went out last night from the interim university president asking them to disband. I got here about 2.5 hours ago, maybe around a little after 10. And since I've been here, it's been pretty calm. People continue to come by and drop off supplies and engage in conversation with some of those protesters about why they're here. But back to that letter, it said the encampment had violated university facilities policies, and they were asked to disband immediately. For many, that would seem as though it would have been disbanded at some point last night. There was a bit of a standoff between pro-Israeli students and the pro-Palestinian students, with police in the middle, but it didn't really come of anything. They were just chanting at one another. That letter had said that in addition to violating university policy, that there was also anti-Semitic graffiti found on a nearby statue. Organizers I spoke to earlier today said that they condemned that vandalism and said the person who did it was not associated with their movement. It happened sometime in the afternoon yesterday. Eliana, one of those organizers who spoke to me, also took issue with the letter's claim that the administration had attempted to start a dialogue with them.
We have not been approached by any member of the administration. I want to emphasize, student organizers have not been approached by any member of the administration.
And yeah, the part of the letter that she's talking about, it says that they had made many efforts, and she says that there is none. But a dialogue is something that those protesters want from the university. And I did hear from a faculty member earlier today too that Penn might be putting out another statement about that effort today. But Paul, no confirmation yet on if that will happen.
All right, thank you, Nigel Thompson, reporting from Penn's campus. Now, we're going to check on traffic and weather, starting with Andy Anderson in the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thank you so much, Paul. In Delaware County, watching 95 northbound as you're coming through the Delaware line, all the way up to just about the Commodore Berry Bridge. Looking at some very slow go through there. The southbound not being impacted. That looks great heading down to Delaware, but northbound, it's just very slow moving traffic. Running right up to beyond 322 west, just about the Commodore Berry. Also, if you're going to be on Conchester Highway 322, both directions, look for heavy delays, which is no surprise. Right around Cherry Tree Road, that's pretty much kind of a gimme for almost every day, especially on a Saturday. As you continue 95 northbound, outside of the Girard Point Bridge, working past the airport, we got a heavy crowd in through there. It looks like we're starting to pick up some crowds by the stadium area. Also, looking at some delays as you're coming off of Walt Whitman, heading towards 95, coming into PA as well. Just seeing a few brake lights through there. Running up 95 a little further, southbound Academy down to Cotman. You got a heavy crowd. There's just going to be volumes in there. Also southbound working past the Betsy Ross. We're seeing another heavy push trying to get through. And if you're traveling 76, Schuylkill Expressway eastbound, jammed up by 202. Picks up until you get to the 476 interchange, then speed step way down. It's just going to be very slow. Working up towards the curve. Even through the curve, you got that slow go. Steps down again from past the boulevard. Running down to just beyond the Vine Street Expressway. Both those 76 ramps getting to the Vine eastbound are jammed up. Once you're on the Vine itself, both directions 76 to the Parkway, barely moving. As you continue eastbound, you get that slow go past Broad westbound. We're also seeing a heavy delay right about 11th Street or so, where that ramp from the Ben Franklin feeds in. So do give yourself a little extra time moving through there. Rest of the areas, Delaware River bridges, most of those are going to be pretty quiet. But if you do spot something, grab your phone, call the Regency Furniture tip line 215-724-1060. Regency Furniture, all the styles you love for less. Next update in less than 10. I'm Andy Anderson.
On the KYW AccuWeather 5-Day with meteorologist Matt Benz.
Today will be the last of the cool weather, at least for the foreseeable future, as the rest of the forecast will feature more summer-like conditions. Through the rest of today, mainly cloudy skies. There could be a shower in a couple spots for this afternoon as a warm front crosses the state. Look for a high of 62 degrees here for this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Not nearly as chilly compared to recent nights with a low of 50. Tomorrow,
yes, ma'am.
Here comes the warm weather, clouds and some sunshine. Temperatures reaching
I'm good
a high
on the receipt.
for the afternoon.
Okay. Sorry. My bad.
Summer, partly sunny, very warm.
Park to the left. Got it.
Degrees. Still very warm and humid into Tuesday, though some showers and thunderstorms across the area for the afternoon. Those storms could produce gusty winds and even small hail. Look for a high on Tuesday up to 85 degrees. For Wednesday, temperatures come down just a bit, but still warm for early May. Partly sunny with a high of 79. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Matt Benz.
58 degrees right now. It is cloudy in Center City. 12:36 now. 5 people, including 4 minors, will be charged as adults in connection with a shooting at a celebration to mark the end of Ramadan. Happened on April 10th. They've all been charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, reckless endangerment, and gun offenses. For the shooting near 47th and Lancaster, 3 people were hurt. Assistant District Attorney Bill Fritzie says they're still looking for more gunmen after finding more than 24 shell casings.
So if you were one of the people that are pulling the trigger, I would tell you right now, before we, the police department or the sheriff's department, to come and find you at 6 in the morning, that you turn yourself in now.
The adult defendant has been held for court on similar charges after his preliminary hearing this week. Students at Community College of Philadelphia interjected themselves into faculty contract talks, causing the administration to leave the table. We get that wild story from KYW education reporter Mike Diener.
About 24 students crowded into the boardroom at Community College of Philadelphia to support the faculty union's contract proposal that students be given free SEPTA rides to classes. Frank Scales, president-elect of the student government, contended transportation affects student attendance, so it should be part of the teacher contract.
We wanted to advocate for transparency, a deal with that. The administration decided that they were not going to speak with students in the room.
The administration left the bargaining session. In a statement to KYW News Radio, the college